Description. The purpose of description in writing. Writers use description in writing to make sure that their audience is fully immersed in the words on the page. This requires a concerted effort by the writer to describe his or her world through the use of sensory details. As mentioned earlier in this chapter, sensory details are descriptions that appeal to our sense of sight, sound, smell, taste, and touch. Your descriptions should try to focus on the 5 senses because we all rely on these senses to experience the world. The use of sensory details then provides you the greatest possibility of relating to your audience and thus engaging them in your writing, making descriptive writing important not only during your education but also during everyday situations. Avoid empty descriptors if possible. Empty descriptors are adjectives that can mean different things to different people. Good, beautiful, terrific, and nice are examples. The use of such words and descriptions can lead to misreads and confusion. A good day, for example, can mean far different things depending on one's age, personality, or tastes. Writing at work. Whether you are presenting a new product or service to a client, training new employees, or brainstorming ideas with colleagues, the use of clear, evocative detail is crucial. Make an effort to use details that express your thoughts in a way that will register with others. Sharp, concise details are always impressive. The structure of a description essay. Description essays typically describe a person or place or an object using sensory details. The structure of a descriptive essay is more flexible than some of the other rhetorical modes. The introduction of a description essay should set up the tone and point of the essay. The thesis should convey the writer's overall impression of the person, place, or object described in the body paragraphs. The organization of a descriptive essay may best follow a spatial order, an arrangement of ideas according to physical characteristics or appearance. Depending on what the writer describes, the organization could move from top to bottom, left to right, near to far, warm to cold, frightening to inviting, and so on. For example, if the subject were the client's kitchen in the midst of renovation, you might start at one side of the room and move slowly across to the other side, describing appliances, cabinetry, and so on. Or you might choose to start with older remnants of the kitchen and progress to the new installation. Choosing a subject is the first step in writing a description essay. Once you have chosen the person, place, or object you want to describe, your challenge is to write an effective thesis statement to guide your essay. The remainder of your essay describes your subject in a way that best expresses your thesis. Remember, you should have a strong sense of how you will organize your essay. Every part of the essay should use vivid sensory details. The more you can appeal to your reader's senses, the more they will be engaged in your essay. Key takeaways. Descriptive essays should include something vividly or should describe something vividly to the reader using strong sensory details. Sensory details appeal to the 5 human senses: sight, sound, smell, taste, and touch. A description essay should start with the writer's main impression of a person, place, or an object. Use spatial order to organize your descriptive essay. And then the next one is also going to be about the descriptive essay. Descriptive essay. Read an example of the descriptive rhetorical mode. As the sun hits my face and I breathe in the fresh air, I temporarily forget that I am at a sporting event. But when I open my eyes and look around, I am reminded of all things American, from the national anthem to the international players on the field. All the sights and sounds of a baseball game come together like a slice of Americana pie. First, the entrance turnstiles click and clank. and then a hallway of noise bombards me. All the fans' voice coalesce in a chorus of sound, rising to a humming clamor. The occasional "programs, get your programs here" jumps out through the turn to get my attention. I navigate my way through the crowded walkways of the stadium, moving to the right of some people, to the left of others. I eventually find the section number where my seat is located. As I approach my seat, I hear the announcer's voice echo around the ballpark. "Attention, fans! In honor of our country, please remove your caps for the singing of the national anthem." His deep voice echoes around each angle of the park, and every word is heard again and again. The crowd sings and hums the Star-Spangled Banner, and I feel a surprising amount of national pride through the voices. I take my seat as the umpire shouts, "Play ball!" and the game begins. In the 5th inning of the game, I decide to find a concession stand. Few tastes are as American as hot dogs and soda pop, and they cannot be missed at a ball game. The smell of hot dogs came through the park, down every aisle, inside every concourse. They are always as unhealthy as possible, dripping in grease, while the buns are soft and always too small for the dog. The best way to wash down the ballpark frank is with a large soda pop, so I order both, doing my best to balance the cold pop in one hand and wrapped up dog in the other. I find the nearest condiment stand to load up my hot dog. A dollop of bright green relish and chopped onions, along with 2 squirts of the ketchup and mustard, complete the dog. As I complete the balancing act between the loaded hot dog and pop back to my seat, a cheering fan bumps into my pop hand. The pop splashes out of the cup and all over my shirt, leaving me drenched. I make direct eye contact with the man who bumped into me, and he looks me in the eye, looks at my shirt, tells me how sorry he is, and then I just shake my head and keep walking. It's just all part of the experience. Before I am able to get back to my seat, I hear the crack of a bat, followed by an uproar from the crowd. Everyone is standing, clapping, and cheering. I missed a home run. I find my aisle and ask everyone to excuse me as I slip past them to my seat. Excuse me, thank you, sorry, is all I can say as I inch past each fan. Halfway to my seat, I can hear discarded peanut shells crunch beneath my feet, and each step is marked with a pronounced crunch. When I finally get to my seat, I realize it is the start of the 7th inning stretch. I quickly eat my hot dog, wash it down with what is left of my soda pop. The organ starts playing, and everyone begins to sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." While singing the song, putting my arms around friends and family with me, I watch all the players taking the field. It is wonderful to see the overwhelming amount of players on one team from around the world: Japan, the Dominican Republic, the United States, Canada, and Venezuela. I cannot help but feel a bit of national pride at this realization. Seeing the international representation of the field reminds me of the way that Americans, though from many different backgrounds and places, still come together under common ideals. For these reasons, and for the whole experience in general, going to a Major League Baseball game is the perfect way to glimpse a slice of Americana. And so this is an example of a descriptive essay. And so we're going to do more on descriptive essays as I go to chapter 14, and that's going to be about pronouns. So if you liked this video about descriptive essays, feel free to email me at any time. And if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to the Professor H Writing channel. And I hope that you enjoyed this description of descriptive essays.